Hello friends, in this video going to learn how the first law of thermodynamics can be applied for a process when heating by a resistance heater. So in this case there is a resistance, right? If you take a piston cylinder arrangement device initially contained 0.5 meter cube of nitrogen, that means the volume is given, and at 400 kilopascal and 27 degrees centigrade, that means the property is given. What is the property is given? Initial property, the volume of the nitrogen 0.5 meter cube and its pressure and temperature given. Now an electrical heating, there is a heating process and electrical heating. So this is your electrical heating. So we cannot say that electrical heating is either heating or work interaction process. First we will examine like that. So within the device it turn on and allowed to pass a current. This is the current for a 5 minute and 120 volt source, right? This is the source. Nitrogen expand at a constant pressure, right? So the pressure, when there is a transfer of energy to the system, that means the gas will either expand or compress. It is due to magnitude of how much input and how much will transfer. So in this case the gas will expand. So during the expansion the pressure is constant throughout. The pressure is constant throughout. Why? Because there is atmospheric pressure doesn't change, so pressure will constant throughout at equilibrium pressure, and a heat loss, and during that process there is no insulated here, so that when we are supplying energy, and if there is a chance to transfer a heat, there may be transfer of heat from the system to the surrounding. So determine the final temperature of the nitrogen. So during this case, what is the temperature of the nitrogen final? Why? Because initial is given. Okay, now see first of all, what is your assumption? First of all, what is your assumption? See, first assumption is that nitrogen is an anodic gas. Nitrogen is an ideal gas. Why? Because there is a large temperature. The nitrogen initially kept at a very high temperature. Why this is high temperature? Why? Because its critical temperature is very low as compared to this temperature. So, and also there is a high pressure. That means P1 is 400 kilopascal. Why? Because the nitrogen has critical point. That means what is the value of T critical is from 147 degrees centigrade, and what is the pressure critical? It is your 3.39 megapascal. See, that means high temperature and low pressure. That means very high temperature difference, very high temperature difference, and relatively low pressure. Relatively low pressure. Why? Because high temperature and low pressure, right? Why? Because the see, this is your critical point, in which the critical point, that system temperature is very high, but the critical pressure is 3.39 megapascal and the pressure is only 400 kilo. So pressure is low. So high temperature of the system and low pressure of the system as compare to its critical value. So this behave as a ideal gas. Number first. Number second, and where it is come, this value is given in any standard book from table, right? Now, if the table is not provided, then in the question it is clearly mentioned that nitrogen act as ideal gas, no problem, no issue. Number second, the system is stationary. The system is stationary, that means the system have change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy with zero, right? So if change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy is zero, that means total E energy of the system is equal to the internal energy. That means it is in the form of intramolecular energy, right? And nitrogen had constant specific heat at room temperature, right? Number second. Number third, nitrogen has constant specific heat at a room temperature. This is number third. And number fourth is that the pressure remains constant during the process. Pressure constant during the process, right? Now we take nitrogen as a system. We take nitrogen as a system. This is our system. This is a closed system. Why? Because there is no any mass transfer. This is a closed system. Why? Because there is no any mass transfer. So when this is a closed system and the boundary will expand, when the boundary will expand, the piston will move upward. That means when the boundary will displaced, so during the displacement of a boundary, the system boundary will develop boundary work, WB, from the system to the surrounding. Why? Because there is a resistance. This boundary work why come into picture? Why? Because there is a resistance. Resistance act as a pressure force, pressure. So the piston will move against continuously resistance, so boundary work will develop. Okay. Number first. Number second, there is a either heating process or heat will transfer to the system or work transfer to the system. See, the system, when the current is flow, there is a electrons will cross to the boundary, charge will cross to the boundary, and we all know that when the charge will cross to the boundary, there must be electrical work. There must be a electrical work to the system, right? Now, and there is a heat loss. This is your Q. Okay. Now, first of all, what is the electrical work input to the system? What is that? Vi into how much time? Delta T. So for that, what is V? 120 volt. What is I? 2 ampere. And what is the time? 5 minutes into 60. So what is that? 72 kilojoule. That means this, when you are heating by the resistance heater, so on the system there is this much amount of work will into the system. This is into the system. Now this is into the system. Now when this much amount of work will into the system, that means you add energy to the system. When you add energy to the system, see, the value is 72,000 joule. This is equivalent to how much? 72,000, this much amount of 72,000 joule amount of energy will into the system, but only 2,800 will out from the system. So remaining energy will be able to push the piston upward, right? During that, temperature of the system will increase. So what is the temperature of the system will increase? Why? Because there is a constant pressure. Why? Because there is constant pressure. So when we find, first of all, find what is the mass of the system. What is the mass of the system for the process? Mass of the system. What is the mass of the system? Mass of, we know that P1, V1 initial condition, R, T1. So what is the P1? 400. What is the V1? 0.5. What is R? R 0.297. This is given. R is given. R is the gas constant. This is given 0.297. Right? This is given kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Kilojoule per kg Kelvin. This is given. Okay. Into what is the temperature initial? This is in Kelvin, 300. So what is the mass? 2.245 kilos kg. So this mass will fixed. Why? Because there is a closed system. Fixed. Why? Because there is a no mass transfer. That means closed system. Closed system. Okay. Now, what is the energy balance for this situation? So we know that what is the energy balance? Energy into the system minus energy out from the system is equal to change of system energy. This is very important. I am telling you, many a student will confused here. I think so, like that. What is that? I am repeating again. What is that? This is your net energy transfer. And what is that? This is your net change of energy. Net change. Net transfer of energy in which sense? It is in the three form sense. Three form. Only three in the thermodynamics. Either work transfer, either heat transfer, or either mass transfer. But the net energy change, it is in various form. Some common is internal energy. This is your internal energy, U, that means delta U. This is your change. This is your change. U, internal energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, and all other form of energy, and all other form of energy, right? So this is your closed system. So this is your closed system. So first of all, we neglect, there is no mass transfer. Why? Because closed system, right? Number first. Number second, these all zero. Why? Because a stationary system. That means in the stationary system, this will zero and this will zero, and all other form of energy will neglect, right? As compared to internal energy, right? So in this case, what is the equation? Energy into the system. What is the energy into the system? There is an electrical work. That means W electrical into the system. Any other work which is into the system? No. Two form of the energy is out from the system. One is the heat and other is the boundary work. So minus, put here minus. energy out from the system, boundary work plus heat transfer. This is out from the system, and this is exactly equal to change in internal energy of the system. So very important, I'm telling you, this is your discussion is very important. So this line is very important. So W electrical minus heat is equal to change in internal energy plus boundary work. This is very important. This quantity we can write change in enthalpy. Under what assumption? Under what assumption? Assumption is closed system undergoing quasi equilibrium process, compression or expansion, and number third, very important, constant pressure process. Pressure. If under this assumption the change in enthalpy is equal to internal energy plus boundary work, right? So we can write like that: W electrical, which is in heat supply, is equal to change in enthalpy, and in a specific form M H2 minus H1. And what is H? M Cp, constant, T2 minus T1. So for that, what is the electrical work? This is your in, which is 72. What is the heat? 2.8 kilojoule. Why? Because this is in kilojoule. This is kilojoule. Mind it. This is kilojoule. So this is also in kilojoule. Is equal to what is M? What is M? 2.245. And what is the Cp? This is given. This is given. Cp of nitrogen is given 1.039 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. This is given. So 1.039, right? Cp into what is the temperature final? Don't have. What is the temperature initial? 27 degrees centigrade. So what is the value of T2? The T2 value come into 56.7 degree centigrade. Okay. See, this problem also we solved by taking into account of a boundary work. But when we take a boundary work, this boundary work is what? This boundary work WB is equal to integration 1 to 2 PdV, and pressure constant, so come V2 minus V1. So you must have a knowledge about the final volume. Must have a knowledge about a final volume, but there is no any final volume. There is not information of final volume. So the extra calculation is that first of all we find the final volume, right? So in this case, this is the very simplest way. So here is the one note point, is that note point. We can also solve this problem by determining the boundary work and internal energy rather than the enthalpy change. Internal energy, this is change rather than internal energy. So we can also find, but this is very convenient. Why? Because you include the boundary work to the internal energy. So this is your boundary work. Okay. Thank you very much.